So roll the 2d8 plus 4 plus 2d8.
Yes.
So do I get up now, or
You would basically you could spend your recoveries. Yeah. You'll be at -5 hit points. You have the same lasting wound effect that Tempus has, and you can spend your recoveries to bring yourself up from basically from starting at 0.
right? Anyone has a potion or something they don't need?
You can have one of my big potions as well.
Big ones, all right.
Yeah.
Big people.
Plus 2d8. I knew I bought these for a reason, damn it. And
That's
I'm going to use
wasted.
both of my small healing potions on these recoveries because I'm running low.
Your max HP is
1,
5
2,
lower.
and
That's a
plus
crappy roll.
2d8. That's 34, that is 46 total.
And when Druid guy comes back, he's just gonna be like awesomely healed.
Let's see here. That's gonna take. So Dwohurim will have 1 recovery left. Got it.
I have to use that one too. I'm still staggered.
Yep.
Yep. Would you like a normal healing potion as well?
I'm on exactly full
If you will give it to me and I still have time to drink it, yeah.
Sure, I will allow you to add that 1d8 to what you already rolled. Okay.
Man, I rolled like on the big one. I rolled like 14.
Okay, so that takes you up to 32 hit points. No recoveries left.
Nope. Down again. I'm down for good.
You're pretty damn tired. You're pretty damn tired. You're pretty damn tired.
Ugh.
The druid is not tired.
I'm good, I just need new boots.
Quoting from the book here, no recoveries left in the corner case which you're supposed to use a recovery to heal and you have none left. And this means that you effectively can't rally, just if something happened, like, say, like a heal was put on you, that where you have to use a recovery, you get half the healing you should get and take a -1 penalty to all defenses and attack rolls until you get a full heal up. Now,
I can still get healed. It just begins to make me useless.
yes. At any rate, the door up here stops humming. You're able to proceed through it.
So none have made it off this floor before.
No corpses around here, huh?
No, there's lots of bone
Everyone-
remnants.
Everyone else picked the other path. That's how I'm gonna interpret
Because
that.
everyone
that's
else
big.
wasn't stupid.
Or you know the corpse, or
No traps.
you know the
Oh,
corpses
yeah.
maybe were eaten.
Leon, sure.
We're not gonna
Okay.
be close to that.
There are no traps.
Open?
The door opens, revealing a long hallway. To your left are a number of other doors, all of which are humming. To your right is a staircase leading downward.
So we're the first people to get this far.
Tempus will start walking to the stairs.
We're just saying, if we're the first people to get this far, that room here couldn't have been that easy.
That's very true.
Okay. As you folks begin the slow descent, I will copy your tokens myself. This map will be much quicker for you to load.
It's one path straight to death.
Hope it's just some of those puzzles again.
It is. It has been revealed.
I can handle those puzzles. They don't ask for recoveries.
Yeah, it's like it was that damn all those damn burning sands and stuff that really tore me out. All that damn
Yo, to be fair, that's
acrobatic
Snowman.
stuff.
We stand in the magma.
No.
Snowman packed a punch, but I can respect him. He was just doing his job.
The descent gets a bit narrower and cramped. The ceiling isn't so high up here, and isn't made of the same texture. Coming to the staircase, I don't even know where the fuck you even want to walk off of it. This, the floor and the walls and the ceiling are decidedly not made of stone, or come to think of it, any other crafting material you've seen to build walls and ceilings and floors. The entire room hums with some sort of aberrant life, and the floor even seems to pulse beneath your feet, or, if you're still standing on the staircase, pulsing before your eyes.
This is dungeon meat.
Ahead is a large black doorway Not locked or trapped. One that could be opened.
Well, we came. There's only one way for this. Leon, you get that door, I get this door.
Spread out as much as possible.
Revealing a larger room covered and made with the same material. On the opposite end, before another door, is a raised platform on which a throne, which appears to be some amalgamate of metal and bone, sits a vaguely humanoid creature. Two black eyes, soulless in nature, a sharp nose, frowning lips, a tapered head, which there are numerous protrusions, like tentacles. The arms long, sinuous, leading off into points, almost as if they are razor sharp. Clad in decadent clothing befitting a noble, and surrounded by an aura of energy. In its left hand, from what limited description that you received, is a crystal orb humming faintly. Within its cloudy depths, you observe an electric discharge. There are two tables, you could call these that, on either side of the throne.
He obviously, I guess he's staring at us.
Yes.
There's no other exits out of this room.
There is a door behind the throne.
Okay.
Tempus, can't help but lick his lips, Well, the only way is forward, I guess.
A stilted voice. Congratulations on making it this far. You are the first visitors to do so. Welcome to the Living Dungeon of Creel. This floor, you may address me as Creel.
Tempus will bow his head. Greetings, Creel. Lovely place you've got here. Quite the challenge.
Yes, you did require a second attempt from fleeing the price of failure. That being said, you still managed to make it further than any other with such an intriguing route. I enjoyed how you made it across the scorching sands.
It is quite the challenge. Yeah, it's definitely a challenge. Had to be quite creative there. I'm impressed how you kept that heat going. Oof.
I used some of my best clothing on that.
I very much enjoyed seeing the excitement of success as you capably avoided problems and solved puzzles. I also enjoyed the excitement of the tension as you were unsure whether you would be capable of surviving the last challenge.
I got to admit, the description between the two. By flesh consumed, you kind of hit the nail on the head on that one. There was a lot of flesh consumed. The other one, a balmy beach. Oh, couldn't help but be suspicious of that one.
The Creel flashes a alien smile, with every tooth sharp and jagged, as if it were a shark's mouth. So, adventurers, you have certainly earned a respite for making it this far. What has swayed you to attempt our dungeon?
Tempus sort of just keeps his limbs limber a bit as he turns around to the party. Well, you know, to be fair, Creel here has been very honest with us in regards to the signs. And
We should be honest back.
he's quite friendly. From descriptions that we've heard, we're looking for an artifact that resembles what's in your left palm.
The creature lifts perhaps where an eyebrow would be. Ah, you are one of the many who have undoubtedly come searching for this item. I knew when I acquired it that it would be a great attraction. However, it seems that news has only recently reached the Empire.
How long have you had it here, if I can ask?
And then he gives you a length of time measurement you've never heard of before.
Tempest will nod, looking as if he genuinely has no idea, but imagines it's quite a long period of time. Sounds long, I think.
Not as long as the dungeon has existed. You have come for this, then?
Yes, that was the original reason why we came here.
Many adventurers seek to slay living dungeons. Not your intent?
Actually, be honest, this sounds like a much more nice living dungeon than any of the other ones we've heard of.
Substantially so. For instance, it gave us greetings. Some of the entities inside, make sure he says entities, were quite polite, and it gave us rules. If we breached, and it warned us if we failed them, what would happen, and they happened.
Everything was nicely signposted. It's a rather nice place, actually.
It has cost the life of people before, but they all knew what they were getting themselves into, to be fair.
It's always the risk.
The dungeon does not extend too far, not that it could. Anyway, what with your Emperor's ritual keeping the sea in check?
Just Tempest sort of touches. I mean, as I said, it's a fairly polite, incredibly polite dungeon. It only gives you the challenge, and it's fairly obvious what it signposts, so you know with a vague hint an idea of what you're going to come across.
Well, A narrow finger taps on a pointed chin. I have wondered how I would react to a group coming down here. As you are not wishing to destroy us, I could perhaps... Had you succeeded on your first try, or had you managed to make it to and survive the impossible gauntlet, I would be willing to part even with this, lifting the Orb of Storms, which is bigger than its hand. It is an attraction, and it has drawn a number of adventurers. If you are so seeking this, I would require one more challenge to be passed, and it would be a ruthless fight. Not with me, Alternatively, you could elect to accept other rewards. Certainly, the Living Dungeon of Creel is looking to attract all adventurers of all kinds. We very much enjoy seeing them, and by bestowing upon you rewards, you will spread the word that you have conquered this dungeon, thus attracting other adventurers into its depths.
If I can ask, it's not often I've heard of living dungeons before. This is the first time I've been in one. But I would have thought attracting adventurers would be a very risky endeavor.
There is always risk in dealing with adventurers, but it is desired for us.
Is it entertainment?
It is desired for us. You are the ones who undoubtedly were entertained by exploring your own capabilities and seeing what you could do. Perhaps you surprised yourselves with the depths of your strength.
Tempus will think over on it, and he'll, after a short time, he will nod.
You do not have to make this choice now. You could always leave. The dungeon resets at midnight, and you could clear another path again and return to me with a decision.
Well, we came here for a reason, and I don't see why we should give you the opportunity to attract even more people. I mean, those that want to come for the thrill alone, fine. But this place is dangerous.
Is life not dangerous, human?
Life does not have rusty, spiked, bottomless pits. Not usually. Or incredibly hot sand, for that matter.
You all were invited into these depths. You all had the opportunity to retreat at any point. I do not see this as rude, more that you are invading my home. Our home.
I would accept taking that orb in return for letting you stay here. Nothing else.
Creel leans back in its chair. Ooh. Fascinating. Does the twirling a hand at all of you, rest of your group concur with this choice?
Tempus sort of, he's taking time, he's rolling it over in his head. We did come here for the orb.
It was certainly the case of our endeavour. We fruitless without it.
Creel offers his alien smile again, or its alien smile rather. Like I said, you would not leave empty-handed, for you have bested the Living Dungeon of Creel. I can offer other things, but as you did not complete the impossible gauntlet, or clear the dungeon on your first time through, I will require another challenge before giving away the Orb of Storms, as you call it. You may also simply choose to leave if you do not wish a reward. Sometimes, what we want most is not something we can hold.
Tempus, I think I must be missing something, but what is it that you want?
The creature tilts its head in confusion.
A brutal challenge or the impossible gauntlet?
The impossible gauntlet is not an option for you. You would have needed to find it during your exploration of the last floor. Had you completed it, or should you leave, then find it and complete it, then the Orb of Storms is yours.
So could we take a reward now and then do this gauntlet afterwards?
Creel taps its finger on its chin. No, by the rules of us, any reward given would thusly result in the doors being closed of the Living Dungeon. You would have to force your way in, thus breaking the rules. Thus, the creature hesitates. I suppose you could break the rules all the way down here, but that would be a harder task than what you have done.
Basically, we get one reward, and one reward only.
We could always just attack this thing.
For each of you. Or yes, metagame-wise, you could attempt to attack it.
We could just accept his last challenge.
Or you could do that, yes.
That
Tempus,
seems like the right thing to do.
So, as a metagame warning-wise, that is a combat situation.
Yeah, I assumed as much.
Yes.
we are
I'm
really
sure that-
drained on resources.
And leaving is going to have to amount to you teleporting.
Which then
But
breaks
just-
the rules, so we're not welcome again.
Well, I mean...
Also, we'd be back all the way in. And
We could walk out over
Also-
the bottomless pit
We'd
through the
also-
sand.
We'd also go. I would need to go back to town and buy more
So
stuff.
it would be a metagame warning in that the door behind you would seal. You would have to effectively find a way to open it during the combat in order to take a campaign loss by fleeing. Such as the consequence of this challenge.
see, the problem is that we have spent so many resources getting here. If we go out now, we're not gonna have enough money to really buy the resources back. We need to
If we
get
go
here first.
out now, we just reset all of our progress. I mean, we would probably know how to beat some of these challenges easier, but that still doesn't mean that they are free.
No.
Well, he said he said though if we were to do this again, we would go for like the impossible gauntlet. He would,
So, if you went through the impossible gauntlet, which he'll note is somewhere on the floor above you, and you just didn't encounter it, he would give you the Orb of Storms. He won't tell you exactly where it is, you just didn't see it in your path.
meaning we'd have to keep retrying the basement floor till we find it. Also, is it called the impossible gauntlet? There's probably a reason it's called that.
Do you think we could do like like imagine a fight that's harder than the one we just did?
Oh god.
I have no idea.
Looking at our resources here, you're fully drained apart from what, one spell?
But I have my full salvo
So, yeah,
and my
Manaki-
teleport shield.
Manaki certainly does have some resources left, his Force Salvo. If you wanted to try to block for him, assuming that he could finish off everything if he hit everything with a Force Salvo.
I still have my recoveries around, so
I
I mean,
have my
still-
teleport shield as well, which will be a little bit defensive ability. So send
all
everything
things
your
considered,
way.
if we just leave now, sure, it would mean we don't have to face anything with low resources, but it would also mean that we have to do everything again.
And get all those resources
Yes,
again.
next session with Asthma, you would basically be attempting this dungeon again.
Could see what the other branches are then if we are
I
curious,
mean,
but
we're sure to consider we don't necessarily get a rest after this.
Yeah, we don't. If we,
Sure said so. I wouldn't still have no recoveries.
yeah, we still have no
We'd
resources.
just be
In this
outside.
situation, for you guys, with the campaign losses you've taken, if you chose to walk away here and repeat the dungeon, I would give you a full heal up.
Right, that's good to know.
I don't think the dungeon would be possible without another full healer for us.
No.
I still think we should just see what he has to offer for this last challenge, and worst comes to worst, we have that amulet to teleport, right?
And then we don't come in again, though.
Well, then we don't want to come in again.
And then you would forfeit the Orb of Storms.
And we'll just be, well, we didn't find it, sorry.
Well, it was there, and he's using it, but we couldn't get it. Sorry. No, let's go to.
That would be the biggest disappointment for Lord Teraptus.
He's like, but we saw it was right there in his hand, but we said yes to fight impossible odds instead of just taking it from him. So,
But we can't just take it from him.
but like, we can just have like,
Yeah, we can go
Tempus,
back
like
and run
laundry
through
up,
the...
do his steal attack, grab the thing, and teleport out. Right?
Sure.
I'm sure it'll be that easy. Nothing about the energy around him or something. That wouldn't mess that up.
Like, I mean, yeah, like we can just try fight him. I'm pretty sure he'd probably summon up minions. It's his himself.
It's probably going to easier to fight his
you
minions
you
than
also
him.
cannot steal the Orb of Storms using your Thief Strike. He is holding it. He's wielding it.
Yeah, I imagined that would have been the case. That would have been really cheap. Like, got it. Bye.
But I imagine he's the heart,
Probably. We don't know that though.
or the heart is behind him.
Yeah,
in
it
some
may
way.
be in the room behind them or something. We don't know.
There's like 6 more levels. Yeah, but you know what? I'll go with whatever you guys decide, because I'm super weakened and stuff. So what I'm gonna do in that battle is probably just empower my force salvo, then teleport shield all around and magic missile. So
Yeah, I will.
that's what I can offer you.
Whatever
That's
the
what I'll
largest,
provide.
whatever the largest of the enemies is, I'll go. I'm going to be engaging it.
And you know, if there's one thing I like, it's. I mean, I'm tempted. I don't want to make the decision because we could just be murdered by it.
Yes,
But,
this is a lethal situation.
I am thinking
this will
that
kill you.
a big awesome battle is awesome, right?
I mean,
Think about it. We could get Asthma Man killed while he's not even here.
if we leave, basically, which I assume is taking a campaign loss,
That would
then
mean we've taken 2 campaign losses.
then by definition things are going to get harder.
Well, things will change. Like
Things will change. Yeah, that's true.
it
but
doesn't
we'd
necessarily
basically
mean
be-
harder.
We'd be working under the assumption that we can go through this entire thing more efficiently, to have more resources for this,
No.
which might be possible, but if we can... if this combat is definitely the end of us, which I can't really judge, then it might be worth doing, but I don't know.
Just as a metagame note, lethality is possible here. That is on the table. Your characters could
Meaning
die.
that if you die, you die.
Yes.
You know,
And that's the same with the Impossible Gauntlet. I actually put a note in front of that room if you ever found it, that it could kill you.
No
All
matter
things
what, we're
considered,
going to lethal situation.
yeah, the impossible gauntlet doesn't sound very inviting either.
like
No.
we're getting, like it's death or death. So we might as well just face the closest one, right?
Just wait until the challenge is the impossible gauntlet until it was in the middle of it. Get murdered by.
If that's the case, it's easier.
It's also a consideration for you folks that, it's an opportunity for you considering, we've gone our 5 hours, whether you wanted to stop instead of having another combat.
I can continue. I would like it.
We could just delay the decision until next week.
Oh, the thing is though, it's like
I
really
will
should be
not let you do that.
Because then Grimith can't prepare anything from beyond.
I mean, I would vote for just,
just go for
going
it.
for it. Yeah.
Just go for it.
I'm
What
the same.
about
I'm
the
pretty
rest of you two?
I'm pretty much the same. Go death and glory.
But I will have to take a toilet break.
Death and glory, huh?
all
What
right.
about you, Gryph?
Go
I think
for
this
it.
should be pretty. This should be a unanimous decision.
I think it is.
Even
Okay.
if I'm like not taking responsibility.
let me get some.
Fuck. All right.
Sugar, I guess.
I
Everyone
mean,
load up on a fucking sugar break. Gryph is like, we need to get this done, but Sheep stepped away.